Hey, what's up guys? Today we are making Mexican pizza, Taco Bell style. Hey, when I was a kid, my mom used to take me to Taco Bell and the Mexican pizza was the only thing on the menu that I would eat. And fast forward, I used to bring Patty to Taco Bell to get a Mexican pizza when I was a broke college student. So this is how I like to make them at home when I'm feeling nostalgic, especially since they don't make them anymore at Taco Bell. And honestly, this is a very popular party dish. Kids and adults love this, so make it for your next party. And let me show you how to make it. All right, let's make some Taco Bell style Mexican pizzas, guys. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fry some tortillas. And the Taco Bell website says that they used flour tortillas, but the ingredients for the tortillas themselves actually do say flour and corn. So you can make it with either flour or corn tortillas. I found that I prefer these corn tortillas. You can use white or yellow. I've got some 6-inch tortillas. They always come out great. And the recipe calls for 16 tortillas to make 8 Mexican pizzas, so you can scale as needed. So first thing first, we're going to heat up a 1/4 cup of oil in a pan here. And we're gonna lightly fry these tortillas. So let me get this going here. Hey, if you'd like to save some time, you can buy tostada shells from the grocery store. Some are better than others. They definitely can work in a pinch. I just really like the homemade ones best. All right, so now we're gonna lightly fry our tortillas and set it gently into the pan. And you're gonna fry them for 2 to 3 minutes per side. Or until they get nice and golden. And if you need to, you can poke it a little bit to keep it nice and flat. Just poke some holes in it, or press it gently down. All right, once it's fried to your satisfaction, set that onto a paper towel lined plate to drain off the excess oil. And you'll want to hit it with just a little bit of salt, just a little bit, right when they're nice and hot. All right, last one here. Set it onto my plate to drain. Pinch of salt. You always got to get the salt on when they're hot. It sticks nice. All right, I'm going to set these aside and then we will continue. All right, next we're going to make the taco meat. So here I've got 1 pound of ground beef. And I'm just going to add a little more oil to my fresh pan here. Go ahead and add the meat. Going to break this up a bit. All right, I got the meat nicely browned here and mostly cooked through. So next we're going to add our seasonings, and here I have a simple taco seasoning blend, and I do have a homemade blend that I like to use, but you can use your favorite store-bought, or even like buy a Taco Bell packet if you want to get super close to Taco Bell taste. But adding mine in here, it's a tablespoon, and just a little bit of salt. You go ahead and mix this in, get it nicely mixed together, and I like to add just a little bit of water. It's more like a couple tablespoons. And then we're gonna let it simmer to let the flavors develop. I'll let mine simmer for a good 15, 20 minutes. You can go longer if you want to develop even more flavor. Just depends on how much time you have and how much flavor you want. And you can add more seasonings as well if you'd like. I tend to spice mine up a little bit. All right, smelling good in here, guys. My taco meat is cooked through to my preference. And if you want to get that Taco Bell consistency, which is a little bit finer meat, you can use a little masher. Just kind of mash the meat down a bit. Really to your preference. You don't have to do this. Just more of a texture thing for people. A little bit more of that nostalgia. Why did they cancel the Taco Bell pizza? Boo. But I like this better anyway. All right. Now I'm going to set this aside. Next we have the sauce. You guys can use a store-bought enchilada sauce or use my homemade enchilada sauce that I can link to. But I love to use my homemade taco sauce. You can buy a store-bought taco sauce, just a jar, which is great. You need 2 cups for this. But my homemade taco sauce is ridiculously delicious. And it actually tastes quite a bit like some of the Taco Bell packet sauces. So I think you will love it. And it smells delicious. So I'll link to that too. Next is refried beans, and you guys can use a homemade refried beans recipe, which I also have on the website, and I'll link to it. Or you can use a can. Use a can of beans and it'll save you time. You can always just kind of nuke this just to loosen it up, but I'm going to doctor mine just a little bit. So I'm gonna heat it up in a pan here. And I like to add just a little bit of the taco sauce to it to add a little bit more flavor and make it a little bit looser for spreading. Just makes it better. So many ways. Just gonna mix it up. You really just wanna warm it through so that it'll be easier to spread. All right, my friends, I've got my assembly station ready here for assembling all my Mexican pizzas. And you can make all of these components ahead of time, and you can just build them at the time of your gathering or your party. So, all right, let's put them together. So first, I'm gonna add some tortillas to a baking sheet here. And we're going to spread some refried beans onto them, like so. Got a nice thin layer here. Next is the taco meat. You can really load these up if you want to. Just make sure you made enough. All right, next is some of the taco sauce here. Just a little bit. All right, then we're gonna top it with a couple tortillas, like so. Then a little bit more taco sauce. I'm just gonna spread it. Got a nice thin layer. And finally, we're gonna top it with cheese. And this is a 3 cheese blend. Taco Bell uses a proprietary blend, whatever they say, but really you can use your favorites. And I tend to mix it up a little bit, but any melty cheese is good. Today, I'm using a mixture of sharp cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, and a pepper jack cheese. But you can use something from the store, like a store-bought Mexican cheese blend works great. Use your favorites. All right. Then we're gonna go ahead and bake this for 10 minutes or just until the cheeses get nice and melty on top. So. All right, guys, check it out. Mexican style pizzas right here, a little Taco Bell style. So I'm gonna go ahead and move these over to a little cutting board. And at this point, you can garnish. You can really use your favorites. So I'm just gonna add some tomato to this. A couple of pieces here. And I also like to use black olives just because I like the flavors. But again, you can use your favorites. I like green onion. If you want some jalapenos on here, then you're getting away from Taco Bell, but that's okay. Because you make it at home and you make it your way, right? Look at that. Look at that, gorgeous. So at this point, you can serve it just like this or cut it into pieces, which I will chop it right here, just like Taco Bell. And I gotta give it a taste, right? That is delicious. Nice little crispiness. All those flavors come together. A little messy. You're gonna love them. That is it, my friends. That's how you make a Taco Bell style Mexican pizza. Lots of fun, great for parties, great for snacks. Hey, I'd love to hear what you think of the recipe in the comments below. And if you're ready for some more awesome recipes, awesome cooking, boom and boom right here. You know you can make these right now. So good. So, hey, I hope to see you in the kitchen next time. Mike from Chili Pepper Madness. Bye.